everybody, it's Lance with the Daily Quickie. And I hate doing subjects like this, but I want to address the shit show that's been going on YouTube this week. Now, in case you haven't noticed, back on Monday, if you follow him, Mr. Repzion uploaded a video about how some of his videos got nailed, got pulled down for advertising. Well, it finally blew up yesterday. I mean, I'm seeing names like Chris Ray Gunn, I'm seeing Philip DeFranco. Now, in the image you see here is directly off his Twitter, and I'll get to that in a moment. But here's a guy that I follow him on my politics channel, but that's it. But he's one of the original OG YouTubers. I mean, he's been around since basically the beginning. And he posted what YouTube said that was content that is considered inappropriate for advertising. Now, there's a reason why I bring this up. I actually saw this day coming. I really did. Now, what they're referring to is like, people are getting nailed for stuff that's inappropriate. Now, you can see here, according to YouTube, it says content that is considered not advertiser friendly includes, but not limited to, sexually aggressive content including partial nudity and sexual humor. Let's start with that one right there. That's about 10% of the channels on YouTube right now. Let's be real. And a lot of them are monetized. I'm not saying can't think of the name of it now. The block ones for age. I'm not saying those, I'm talking in general. That's about 10%. Violence, including display of serious injury and events related to violent extremism. Okay, here's the second bullet point. News channels, including my main channel is politics, could not exist if we couldn't show some of that. Even though I preface and give the disclaimer. Inappropriate language, including harassment, swearing, and vulgar language. Really? You know how many channels do that? Next one. Promotion of drugs and regulated substances, including selling, use, and abuse of such items. Okay. I get this one. That actually makes some legal sense. Because, come on, it's law. You can't do it. Now, here's the one that he put in the box and highlighted. It says controversial, sensitive subjects, including events subject related to war, political conflicts, natural disasters, and tragedies. Even graphic imagery is not shown. Okay, this one affects me directly. Now, my main channel, TRD Politics, can't even say because I'm pissed off, deals in that. Now, I'll be happy to report, as of this taping this morning, out of 347 videos I have, exactly 0 has been nailed. So I'm happy for that, but I'm probably targeted. You know, it's complete bullshit. Now, I won't go as far as Chris Ray Gunn and saying it was Orwellian. As far as that, I'm not going that far yet. Now, Philip DeFranco, if you look at his Twitter feed and his video, he actually brings some good points. And he talked about the CNN video. We talked about the Palestinian void, how that wasn't censored. And he's absolutely right about that. Now, I don't have the juice like he does, but it's been a big talk. Like another video I saw was like Review Tech USA. He did a really good video. Let's see here. Monday Matt, who I follow, got the inspiration for this channel. He did a really good video on this. Now, the reason I'm bringing all this up is this. I actually talked about this briefly in the Jill Stein video I did back on Sunday. And let me explain. I talked about when Facebook was censoring people. Well, okay, let me back it up. Censoring people on Team Right. And I better explain that. They took a lot of heat for doing that. And here's my take on that. If you're going to block them out in misinformation, you better block out Team Blue doing the exact same thing. And Mark Zuckerberg took big time fucking heat on that. Because apparently he got, and I can't find a video. Thank God, because I put it up there on that hot mic talking about that. I wish I could find that. But YouTube is starting to do the exact same thing if everything here is true. The exact same thing. Now Chris Ray Gunn brought up a good point in his video. He said that we're targets for the SJWs. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, right. But it actually makes some logical sense when you start thinking about it. Especially when you don't cater to what they want to hear. Dem, the regressive left. You can throw the far right in that if you want to. The exact same thing. Now, this comes all the way back, as far as the advertising. I had to go back and watch a video today that Pat the NES Punk did about larger YouTubers going after smaller YouTubers. This gets lost in all this. I think this is part of this also, and I better explain why. In that video, Pat and Ian was explaining that the large YouTubers are scared. And I'm thinking, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Keep that in mind. I don't get into conspiracy theories. I think they're fucking stupid. But this one's actually pretty plausible. And hear me out. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that these large YouTubers are going to their MCMs, or they're even independent, and saying, look, don't advertise these guys because it's taking away my money. So is it them going to the advertiser saying, like, my guys need more money, and saying, like, don't advertise, we get a bigger piece of the pie? That is extremely plausible in all this. So keep that in mind. I mean, I know there's people out there that think that making money on YouTube is the equivalent of selling crack, meth, or heroin on the street. I understand that. For somebody like me, who has smaller channels, who's been trying to get big for years, this is going to be our only source of income. Because honestly, I'm not going to do the shirts, hats, shit like that. I'm not going to do that. And it's like, it such pisses me off, because are we getting that point on YouTube? I mean, I want to know. I mean, folks, I'm going to get off here. If I get really pissed off, I turn this to a 35-minute video, because this is one of those ones that can be. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. Am I totally right on this? Is there links you can provide me from YouTube, other YouTubers that's been hit? I want to know. I mean, I know we saw what's going on with YouTube right now. I know what's going on Facebook right now, because they even came out and talked about it, and they started backpedaling on it, even though I think they still not fucking doing it. Twitter with Milo Yiannopoulos, there's public enemy number one. They got hit on that the last couple of weeks that even I talked about. So there's a lot of stuff going on as far as censorship. Oh, and by the way, I want to correct everybody who says this. People are saying, well, YouTube's a private company. No, morons. YouTube is a private division of a publicly traded company, an Alphabet, that has stock split twice. It is not a private company, excuse me. It is a public company beholden to the shareholders. It is not a private entity. Let's get that out of the way before I forget. So that gets lost in translation. It's publicly traded. And us have a right to say something, especially if you hold stock. Well, folks, I'm going to get off here if I get really pissed off. This is the Daily Quickie for September the 1st, 2016.